supposedly these record labels are investing in technology that's able to scan streams while you're live, and they can take your stream down while it's live. I had a whole debate about that DMCA shit last night with Jip to give her like a better understanding of it.
You don't own it.
You don't own it. Yeah, I was trying to explain to her, just because bad behavior wasn't being wasn't like the law wasn't being penalized doesn't mean it was a good thing. It got normalized, and that's on Twitch's fault. But I was like, in all honesty, I was like, I've been around for a long time. And I was like, I've seen this story before. The same exact thing happened on YouTube. And she's like, what do you mean? Yep. I was like, people forget that you used to be able to watch Naruto. I remember I watched all like 4 seasons of Static Shock on YouTube. You used to be able to watch movies, TV shows on YouTube. And then that was before the Hollywood caught whiff of YouTube, because it was brand new. And then once they caught whiff of YouTube, they started enforcing their copyright, because it was like, wait a minute, you're not supposed to be using our property. I was like, people don't realize that Twitch has been around since it came out 2011, so it's still fairly new. It's not as old as YouTube. And Hollywood and fucking the music industry is just now catching on to Twitch. So now they're going to start enforcing the copyright. But like, just because you were doing it doesn't mean it was right. I was like, this is literally history repeating itself. I was like, as someone who's lost a channel, my original YouTube channel, from copyright, I'm telling you right now, I was like, you can do whatever the fuck you want, but I was like, you're going to lose your channel. Keep doing that shit. I was like, you better adapt. I was like, if anything, I was like, this is a chance for people to glow up. Because I was like, although I don't wish failure upon anybody, like, if people don't want to follow the law, that's on them. And if it moves people the fuck out the way, that's less competition for me. So I really don't give a fuck. It's natural selection. You can whine all you want. It doesn't matter. Just because you're popular doesn't mean the law doesn't apply to you. That's entitlement.
Preach.
And like, once I explained it to her like that, she was like, yeah, she's like, that makes sense. She's like, I guess. I was like, the reality is, and this further goes into what I've been saying in like previous streams. A lot of people put too much merit in these fucking streamers. I was like, just because they're popular doesn't mean they're smart or they're good with technology. They know the law. These people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I was like, this is one of those times where I was like, I'm telling you right now. I was like, because it happened to me. I'm willing to bet a paycheck. I was like, you better listen to me. I was like, this shit is coming, especially because supposedly these record labels are investing in technology that's able to scan streams while you're live, and they can take your stream down while it's live. That's what some lawyer was saying. Like, for a while, YouTube was in its, not YouTube, but Twitch was in its infancy, just like YouTube. Now Twitch is starting to move into its teenage years, which means there's going to be certain developments. I was telling her, I was like, every year on every platform in this online stuff, something major happens, and content creators always complain. And every year there's like a new hot person, and that new hot person disappears because they don't want to adapt. I was like, that's the difference between the greats, the people who are here for a long time, and the people who aren't. I was like, it's the people who adapt. Like, you can sit there and cry about it, or you can, I was like, big whoop, you got to talk to your chat more now. Big whoop.
I could argue, if people are coming to your stream for music, then they're right.
You're proving the record label's points. Yeah,
exactly.
They're coming for song requests. You're actually proving the record label's point. They're there for the songs. Is it kind of petty? Like, sure. But at the end of the day, you don't own the copyright. I was like, I bet you would feel different if you owned a trademark for like a clothing line, like a
IP, anything.
Yeah. And I was like, I guarantee you would feel a different way if you owned a logo and you were selling T-shirts, and then you found out someone stole your logo and is selling T-shirts, and then when you approached them and you told them to cease and desist, they hit you with I was just promoting your logo, because that's what everybody likes to say. I was promoting the song. You would feel different if it was your IP.
Even us streaming video games is illegal.
That's what I told her too. I was like, most people don't know that streaming back in the day on YouTube used to get copyright strikes for uploading gameplay. It only became acceptable because the companies accepted it. You can literally go to Ubisoft's website and it says, we allow you to stream and create videos on YouTube with our content, as well as like EA and other major things. But like back in the day, it used to be a legal problem though. It's only because it became socially acceptable. They accepted it. So I'm glad somebody remembers that. That's it, because I've been around for a long ass time. What a lonely gamer. Most of these people don't know what the fuck they talking about. Just talking. And I'm talking about the law. I'm advising y'all based off the law. My personal feelings, I do think it's petty, but
facts.
I wouldn't be mad if like Spotify came out with something where you could pay like $50 a year and you could connect your Twitch account to it, and then like you can then stream music on Twitch or whatever.
It's a really weird space. For example, however many you might be streaming, but like, and you might pay for that thing yourself, but you have XYZ amount of people in your stream listening to that does not count as a stream. So it's like,
yeah,
technically stealing money out of people's pockets, because like those streams aren't being counted yet. All those people are, it's kind of like the Netflix situation where You know what I'm saying? You got so many people on your Netflix account, but it's like not everyone paying for the shit.
Yeah, I was telling her too, like a lot of YouTubers that like use like movie footage in their videos, they critique it and they create whole videos out of it. Like I was telling her, I watched this video last night that actually convinced me to finally watch The Wire. It was a YouTube video titled "Why All 5 Seasons of The Wire Matter," and he literally broke it down how each season has a theme to it. One's about education, politics, the media, and how it all plays a role. And in the drug trade, one's about the docks, season 2, the Baltimore docks or whatever. And he basically explained how it's actually all 5 seasons are tied together and how tightly written it is. I was like, okay, because whenever somebody would tell me, yo, you should watch The Wire, I'd be like, why? Because it's fire. Because from the outside looking at it, it just looks like another drug kingpin crime show. They would just be like, yo, it's fire. But like he actually broke it down and explained it. You saw that video too. It was a really good video. I was like, okay, this convinced me to watch it. I was like, this is dope. That's fair use. You're legally allowed to do that. But most people on Twitch, they have such a sense of entitlement and such a sense of Twitch streamers have a delusion of grandeur. You don't do that type of content. The reality is you play League of Legends and Teamfight Tactics. You turn on Ja Rule and you let the music play, bro. It's not content. Most of you don't have engaging conversations. It's not transformative. Some streamers be mad quiet. Yeah, they be mad quiet. The music carries their fucking stream. It is a fair argument that you're using somebody else's content to entertain people. YouTubers adapt. Why can't Twitch streamers adapt? Fucking, you ever notice how like a lot of YouTube videos be having the same background tracking? It's because they all go to fucking Incomputech. That dude has like a whole library of royalty-free music.
Too much of a threat. Just like
that's how you stay out of trouble. Just adapt and keep it moving. Like if you really feel like you should be able to just play somebody else's music without permission, then like you might as well just start watching movies on stream.
Basically,
it's the same. Yeah, let me see how that works. It's the same concept. Be like, you know why you can only watch certain TV shows and movies on stream is because Amazon owns them, and Amazon gave you that. That's amazing to you, right? Like they literally implemented watch parties, and Amazon literally gave you guys permission, and you understand that, but you don't understand that you're not supposed to use other stuff. That's crazy.
And literally, your viewers cannot watch the watch party if they don't have it themselves.
The irony in all this is. And this is why I think a lot of these streamers should shut the fuck up. A lot of these big streamers get mad when you clip their content and you make a montage. Let's say somebody made a channel about my content without my permission. And I mean, I've seen it firsthand. Like I've seen it with like Pokey. Fucking, she struck down the channel because dude was taking all the offline TV content and making his own shit and making his own. That's the same concept. You don't like people when they steal your content, but you want to steal theirs. That literally makes no sense to me. I remember when I lost my first YouTube channel where I used to dub over cartoons. I kept getting hit with copyrights, and it just got to a point I was like, you know what? I don't own these TV shows. Like I just let it go. Like
you know what? I'ma listen. You got it.
Do you really want to go to court with Warner Bros. And Universal Music to try to argue fair use that when you're live streaming their music and you're playing League of Legends and you say, oh damn, like every 5 minutes, or oh shoot, or how was your day, or poggers, do you really want to try to argue that's fair use and that's creative content? Because I'm willing to bet you'd lose in court.
I just imagine the judge saying,
get that goofy shit out of here. Right. I seen a lot of people making the argument, well, what about TikTok? That shows you how little they actually look into the platforms. A lot of record labels actually pay these kids to dance to their music. So like it's being backed by the record labels.
There's that, and like same with Instagram, like Instagram actually distributes royalties. It's like a stupid small fraction, but like Facebook and Instagram actually pay out royalties. I'm like, that's why you're allowed to like play people's music on them. Y'all
really don't pay attention to nothing.
Nope.
Nothing y'all that's going on. That's crazy.
Be in the whole industry and not even realize